once upon a time, I tried to restore this fire pit, and it looks pretty junky. And I'm about to turn this fire pit to this.
This is what Steph asked me to do. Take one of our old logs and turn it into a big wide piece of lumber. It's pretty straight cut. I got a couple gouges, but it's pretty straight. If she wanted to make it super fancy, she could plane it. But yeah, there's the lumber.
Okay, well, you may be wondering, what are you gonna do with this old, busted up, rusted, as my kids would say, crusty, musty fire pit? We've got some old things, and we've got some new things, and we are going to combine some of this to make something cool. Y'all, I've had this vision in my head. How long have I been thinking about doing this? Half a year? Yeah. I don't know. I guess my winter dreams.
This is a dream that I have had since lunch, and I am not giving up on it now.
I've just been thinking on this and thinking on it. I've been keeping my eye out for one of these water hand pumps. We have this spot right here with this conveniently placed outlet, and I've been thinking, how cool would it be to transform that old fire pit into a water feature? Yeah, a water feature. I asked Dan and Lou if I could have their old water pump, but apparently it's a family heirloom and she didn't want to part with it, and that's fine, that's good. But today, Buddy took me to the flea market to look for one. Could not find one. But we stopped off at a local antique mall, and we went ahead and got one. And I told Buddy, I said, look, I could buy one for new, and it'd probably be $40 cheaper, because these are not cheap. But he was like, well, why buy new when we could repurpose this old guy? And I totally am so glad that he said that, because I love giving old things new life. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to give some old things some new life. We had to cut down this tree. It was in our front yard because of the storm and everything. So we're using some fallen lumber that Buddy graciously cut down for me, cut to me. I said, babe, I need a slab of wood. And I just gave him the dimensions, and he said, you got it. Anything to play with the chainsaw. No. He didn't say that, but he did say you got it, babe. He did say that. So yeah, let's just, you know, I don't have a written down plan. I just have a thought in my head, and I've got some old stuff and some new stuff, and I'm gonna try to make it work, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. Okay, so I got this piece of irrigation tubing that we had left over from running the water lines for the garden. We also had leftover PEX pipe, but I figured this would be fine. And the submersible pump that I ordered off Amazon, I think it was like 18 bucks. It came with these 3 different size nozzles, and the only size nozzle that fits this pipe is the smallest one. And it kind of just slips on in there. I think that's what it's supposed to do. We'll try it out, because the next size, well, maybe this next size. Oh yeah, the next size will definitely fit, but it's one of those that you'd have to really get it in there. So I guess if this pops off the small one, we'll have to just see if we can't use this middle-sized one. So that's good. We're gonna reuse some of this. And here is my, we do have clear? Oh, you don't need it? Is it really? Yeah. Buddy just said that he had this left over from his beer brewing stuff. It is smaller. I don't think it's gonna fit. Yeah, too small.
Even if you heat it up with hot water.
Maybe if you heat it up. Here's my first little dilemma with this. I need to get the feet off of this because one of them's gonna be easy to do, I think. I'm just gonna see if I can't cut this. There is no way I'm getting these bolts unscrewed, that's for sure. Yeah, Lens. Hey, Lens. Hey, Lens. Buddy did.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anytime you gotta work with plastic tubing, just put it in boiling water and stretch it with something until it's the size you need. And then we clamped it down.
That's gonna be amazing. Can this go in water?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll probably rust over time, but unscrew it out and screw another one on.
Rust, you say? This is the top of the thing, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna cut this and use it to where I can put this screen towards the bottom to help keep everything in there, because as it is right now, the bottom is missing like a quarter of it. So I'm gonna use this as part of my base, hopefully. I might just end up, because this is not going to actually sit all the way down because of the lip on it. And I want it to go down in here. So I might just take the screen out of it and use the screen and not the other stuff. If I can, I don't know. Don't forget the fish. This wasn't really part of the plan, but I really want to repurpose this. So I need to get this screen off. In order to get the screen off, I need to hold this nut in place while I turn this handle. That's what I wanted. All right. Now, the key is, if you clean up as you go, there's not a whole big mess left when you're done. So, I have put this down in here, this screen. However, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have this bucket in here, right? There's gonna be water in this bucket. all around here is going to be soil and flowers. I don't want the water to escape very quickly and dry out my plants, so I'm going to put down a layer of cardboard first to help retain some of that moisture. Now, I'm not going to be able to move this easily anymore because it's going to be weighed down with soil. So if I'm going to move this, it's going to be difficult because the base is not solid, right? We can move that fine, but that I'm going to have to dig out any soil that's in here later. But for my plant health, I really want to make sure, because everything is so porous, that we have some sort of water retention in here. So I'm going to lay down a few pieces of cardboard that we've got scrap around here, and I'll be right back. Cardboard! Alright. Okay, so now I think the fun part is going to be filling this up with soil, which I got a bag of soil. I don't know how far it's going to get me. Hopefully it'll be enough. This is going to go here-ish. So, could bring our bucket up a little. Right? Here's the part where you're going to want to hold your screen back. You don't want the soil to get between the holder and the screen. And also, try not to get any of the wood, any of the soil inside your bucket. We'll have to vacuum this out really good because you don't want that getting sucked in the pump later on. Got a good base layer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my plants, put them in here the way I want them. I did get a variety of different plants so that there's some tall, some short, taller ones, and probably go ahead and plant. The shorter ones are going to need to be up a little more. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it come to life? Are you with me? Need more soil! No! This is not going according to plan. What do you think? I love it. But I do need more soil, so I'm gonna go get some soil to fill it all in now. And then we'll move on to cleaning out the bucket and adding water. That's exciting. A 5-gallon bucket of soil. I didn't realize it was so heavy. And got it straight from the chicken coop. Oh, dang it, this stupid wasp. Okay. Woo! All right, I'm gonna go find a hand shovel. I think it'll be easier to get in the little spots. Grab me a drink real quick. Be right back. I think it's gonna be safe to cut the excess netting around now because everything's pretty much held in with the weight of the soil that's already in there. So I'm just gonna carefully go around and snip the excess off. Hello, Casca. Hello, Cascas. I am being attacked by a wasp, so I've brought backup. Okay, go fill this thing up with water. This water pump comes with these little suction doohickeys. I don't know if it's going to work to suction, but I'm going to go ahead and put them on here. I hope this water pump works because I've done all this without testing the water pump. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself and it works fine. So I'm going to take this black nozzle that it came with and screw it on here. And then there's a flow doohickey that I can adjust the flow. But I don't know how fast or slow I'm going to want that until I get it going. Okay. It's fed up like so. We will cut the excess off. I'm going to cut this hose so that it just looks like it's coming out of the tank thing itself. Okay, now we're with fire. I need it to like... Well, what do we think so far? So far it's pretty, right? Alright, made a little bit of a modification. Went ahead and drilled a hole through the bottom of that. So I think it's gonna allow for it to be hidden better, but
I wonder if one of those PEX benders would fit in there.
PEX bender?
Yeah, those little PEX, you know, that you put those plastic things you make it right angle.
Where is it?
Very cool. You did it, babe.
I did it.
The dream came true.